I'm United States District Judge Lee YEAKEL, and I will be presiding at today's ceremony. The court is convened today for the naturalization of aliens who have qualified to become citizens of the United States of America. I want to welcome all of the petitioners, their families, and their friends to this very special ceremony. Paul Parsons has been an immigration lawyer in Austin since 1978. He is a former president of the Austin chapter of the Federal Bar Association. And Paul was the chairman of the Texas chapter of the American Immigration Lawyers Association and served as a director on its National Board of Governors. It was Paul's idea to hold special Austin naturalization ceremonies to allow more friends and relatives to witness these important proceedings. Paul?
Welcome to Austin, Texas. Judge YEAKEL has given me the honor, on behalf of our Federal Bar Association, to welcome all of you to this naturalization ceremony. For those of you who will become United States citizens today, we want you to know how pleased we are that you've made this important decision. For over 400 years, new immigrants and citizens like you have come to our country and helped us build a better America. You're living proof that the United States continues to thrive as a nation of immigrants. As an immigration lawyer, I know that your individual paths to U.S. citizenship have been long and difficult. All of your journeys have been filled with personal sacrifice. To immigrate, many of you even had to live separately for years from your parents, your spouse, and sometimes your children. You have learned about our country's proud history, studied hard to learn English, and demonstrated your good character. You are now at the doorstep of United States citizenship. Congratulations on completing your journey. We welcome you as fellow citizens of the United States of America.
For the past 15 years, the American Immigration Council has sponsored the Celebrate America Creative Writing Contest. This nationwide essay contest is open to 5th grade students who enter an essay, poem, story, interview, or script in local contests sponsored by chapters of the American Immigration Lawyers Association. Each association chapter forwards its local winning essay to the national championship competition, where the entries are reviewed by a distinguished panel of judges, including United States senators, award-winning authors, and noted journalists. The national winning entries are printed in the Congressional Record. Today we are pleased to have the local winners of the contest here to read their entries about why I am glad America is a nation of immigrants. To begin, we have Ms. Hopi Rutland from Joslyn Elementary School, who won 3rd place in the Central Texas contest. Ms. Rutland?
What is America? Well, it's like a garden with fruits and vegetables. Each one of those vegetables and fruits has their own different and unique flavor. What is America? Well, it's an orchestra with so many different sounds and sizes. When you combine them, they make the most wonderful sound. If you try to take away an instrument, that perfect sound will be lost. And you know why that is? Well, because every one of those instruments plays a big part in an orchestra. What is America? Well, it's like a field of wildflowers covered with all different shapes and colors. Each flower grows where it pleases, and every one of those makes it feel bigger and more beautiful than ever before. What is America? Well, it's a melting pot. There are always different people. Some may have brown eyes, some may have blue eyes, some may even have green eyes. Some people look different, but it doesn't matter how we are on the outside, how we are on the inside. That's what makes us all different and beautiful in our own way. What is America? Well, it's a garden, an orchestra, a field of wildflowers, and a melting pot.
Next is Samuel Maurer from Clayton Elementary School, who was a finalist. Mr. Maurer?
Room enough for everyone. America is like an open field. Buildings are constructed for industry and homes are owned for respite. But pollution and neglect tear down and corrupt its possibilities. America's citizens are like a rope. Each strand is a person combined for resilience through their conviction in God. Faithless detachment weakens and rots their core. America's immigrants are like a shellless hermit crab. Their old crabs are cracked and inhospitable. They seek for comfort and protection. America's liberty is like a warrior. He protects by shielding you from enemies and defends by guarding you from harm. But if you betray him, his anger will raise you. America's freedom is like a fire. Its light is strong and its heat is powerful enough to share with all. But if it is overtaken by greed, its hoarding will burn and destroy. America has room enough for everyone. I'm glad America is a nation of immigrants. We form a kaleidoscope of color and diversity, which is remarkable and extraordinary.
Nikita Ranjit from Clayton Elementary School, the first place winner.
America through a kaleidoscope. I closed my eyes and imagined all the people as Lenin asked. I wondered, what was in this America? I thought of vast cornfields, smoky mountains, and wondrous golden bridges. I recalled majestic towers scraping the skies, watched over by a lady with a torch. I imagined the rivers, gulfs, lakes, dams, and other great American waters. This is what I saw. I saw hard-working people all over our America. Some had jobs, some gave up looking, and some never lost hope. I saw our people looking after one another because we care. I saw in my mind's eye all these beauties, but something was missing. I closed my eyes tighter and asked John to help me imagine better. This is what I saw. People from all over the world coming to America with dreams. They bring ideas, imagination, and creativity. They bring culture, traditions, and their values. They bring hard work, perseverance, and strength. Then I smiled when I saw them. Diversity and its true meaning. To bring different people together to keep America great. In my land of the beautiful, the free, and the united. Come on over, those who want to work here. Respect our country, and you shall be Americans like us.
Now for our keynote speaker. Alberto Gonzales served as the 80th Attorney General of the United States and was the first Hispanic to lead the nation's largest law enforcement agency. As White House counsel to President George W. Bush, Mr. Gonzales played a role in the administration's fight in the war on terror and addressing the changing role of the Department of Justice after September 11th. He is currently the Doyle Rogers Distinguished Chair of Law at Belmont University and of counsel at the Nashville, Tennessee law firm of Waller Lansden. After receiving his law degree from Harvard Law School, General Gonzales practiced law at the Houston law firm of Vincent Elkins. In 1994, he became general counsel to then Texas Governor George W. Bush, rising to become Secretary of State of the state of Texas in 1997 and Justice of the Supreme Court of Texas in 1999. I have known General Gonzales since he became Secretary of State, and in fact in 2000 we were together during many late nights when we were both campaigning for our seats on respective courts. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Alberto R. Gonzales.
May it please the court, Judge YEAKEL, and distinguished guests. It's an honor. It really is my honor to be with you today to commemorate this very important moment in your lives. In what seems like a lifetime ago, I had the opportunity to speak as a government official at other naturalization ceremonies at the National Archives in Washington, D.C., just a few feet away from our U.S. Constitution and in the shadow of the Statue of Liberty in New York City. I left those events with the same feeling of pride and wonder that I feel at this moment as you begin your chapter in the American story. For virtually all of you, it is a story of hope, hard work, faith, community, adversity, sacrifice, and ultimately triumph. Many of us have lived this story. We write the plot lines in the daily struggles and personal triumphs of this great land. And while today marks a highlight in each of your chapters, this is in no way a conclusion. It is, as you will hear many times today, a new beginning. You stand ready now to open the cover of opportunity, as so many have done before you in this melting pot of America. Now, I know that each of you bring a personal story to the collective library of America. You may have arrived by plane, by boat, some even on foot. You may have followed family or forged ahead alone. No matter what history brought you to this point of achievement, I'm sure this courageous choice that you've made is going to mean a better life for you and your families. You are now no thread in the immigrant fabric of this nation. My grandparents were Mexican immigrants, and I remember visiting them as a very young boy. There was no telephone in the house, no television, no hot running water, no indoor plumbing. And my parents, too, had little formal education. They were migrant workers who never finished elementary school, but they worked hard to educate their children. And while they had very little, they gave me a great gift. They instilled in me the confidence that if given a chance, I too could live the American dream. And they raised me to believe that this Mexican-American boy from a poor neighborhood in Texas could make his own contribution to the American story. And there hasn't been a day since. Especially every time I walked into the Oval Office to advise the President of the United States, or sat down with the nation's law enforcement leaders, or with my counterparts in foreign capitals, that I did not wonder at the gift of opportunity that I have received to be an American citizen. I'm the son of a cotton picker and a construction worker. My father did not go to school beyond the 2nd grade, and I became the Attorney General of the United States. We live in a country where dreams still come true, for this and many other reasons. America is worth fighting for. America is worth dying for. With opportunity, of course, comes an equally important challenge. The privilege of American citizenship brings with it special responsibilities. As citizens, we're all called to participate. This democracy depends and thrives on the actions and contributions of the people it serves. It is your duty now to vote. We cannot expect to have populist government if you do not broadly exercise your right to set policies and hire and fire your representatives. Now, I know some of you come from countries where you do not have a meaningful opportunity to vote. Some may be from countries where your vote doesn't matter in the outcome of an election. Others of you may see little relevance in the political process in your own lives today because you're focused on a job, a way to pay your rent, and feed your children. I understand that. My mother didn't vote until she was 50 years old. But America is a great country because of citizen participation. It is needed now more than ever. Our country needs you now more than ever. We are at a crossroads, and everyone eligible to vote has the duty and opportunity to shape our future direction. It matters not your skin color. It matters not your last name. It matters not your zip code. On election day, all of us are equal. All of us have the same responsibility and opportunity. As citizens, we're also called upon to protect our nation, our rights, and our freedoms. I recall one of President Bush's weekly radio addresses before Memorial Day weekend, the President told the country about Rafael Barata. He was an immigrant from Mexico that enlisted in the Marine Corps the day after he received his green card. And Sergeant Barata knew what was necessary to safeguard the America that he loved for his family. And he made the ultimate sacrifice when he died protecting his fellow Marines in Iraq. We still live in a dangerous world. American interests will be threatened and attacked again, and she will call upon her sons and daughters to defend freedom. Each of us, in our own way, will have to shoulder the responsibility that comes with the privilege of being a citizen. Lastly, each of us has a special responsibility to take care of our families, our communities, and ourselves. We should not overburden the collective goodwill, but strive to give more than we take from this generous nation. Strive to help others achieve the same dreams that we have. And while I believe strongly that the best hand up ever given is freedom, we cannot take pride in our nation or ourselves if we are not taking care of our neighbors when they need us. Now you leave behind a home and a treasure of memories. I'm sure there are mixed feelings as you look back on the land where you were born, relatives you leave behind, and this magnificent land that holds your future. America is now your new home, and you will make new memories. Memories of family, of achievements, and of dreams fulfilled. And as you accept these new privileges of citizenship, I hope that you will take advantage of the opportunities that abound in this land. I hope also that you will embrace the responsibilities we all share to preserve and extend that opportunity to all who seek the blessings of America. Finally, I urge you to take the feelings of excitement and loyalty at this moment and commit them to memory. During hard times in the future, and I promise you there are going to be some, you may be asked to give extraordinary service, to make extraordinary sacrifice. And when called upon, you may have initial feelings of indifference or concern that what's being asked of you is just simply too hard. I want you to remember the feelings of gratitude and loyalty that you feel at this moment, and I want you to step forward. Our nation needs the talents of all of its citizens. A country that gives us so much deserves the very best of us. Congratulations again. I see God's grace on this country every day. May God bless you and your families. May He continue to light your path, and may He continue to bless your new home, the United States of America. Thank you very much.
The United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, Officer Lisa RASCOE. Ms. RASCOE?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Your Honor. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services called 375 applicants for naturalization to report here today. 4 are absent. 50 of the applicants have included petitions for name changes with their respective applications. If it pleases the court, Your Honor, on behalf of the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, it gives me great pleasure to move that the 371 applicants in attendance today have their applications be accepted by the court, along with any requests for name changes, and that the applications for those absent have theirs be continued for good cause.
Officer RASCOE, have you satisfied yourself that all of these petitioners are now present in this court?
Yes, Your Honor.
And have each of the petitioners complied with all requirements of law and the regulations in every respect?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied from your examination that each petitioner is entitled to be admitted to United States citizenship?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anyone among you, the petitioners, who cannot take the oath without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion? If so, will you please now so state? And is there anyone present in this court who has any objection to the admission to citizenship of any of these petitioners? If so, please come forward at this time and so state. Officer RASCOE, there being no objection to the recommendation of you as examiner, your petitions and the motion of the examiner for admittance to citizenship and change of name are approved and granted. Now, Officer RASCOE, will you please tell us how many countries are represented at today's ceremony and name each country? And to the petitioners, as each country is identified, will the petitioners from that country please stand and remain standing until all of the countries are named?
Austria, Belize, Bolivia, Romania, Russia, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Singapore.
Will the petitioners for citizenship please raise your right hand and at the conclusion of the oath say, "I do." You and each of you hereby declare on oath that you absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty of whom or which you have heretofore been subjects or citizens. That you will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That you will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law. That you will perform non-combatant service to the armed forces of the United States when required by law. that you will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by law, and that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, so help you God. Congratulations and welcome, my fellow Americans. There being no further business to come before this court, the court stands adjourned.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for just everybody who's here today, and my wife and our little baby Joy, and just want to say how truly special this day is to be at this new chapter in the life, and I just want to say thank you very much to everyone who's here today, and all of this family, all these people here that's been just with me every step of the way, and I'm eternally grateful, and my desire, my dream that this little girl is going to grow up the same way, thankful, and she would remember these people as well, because they mean the world to me. And today we just want to say also just a special message to my wife's mom, very special lady, Bonnie, who is having a big surgery today. And Bonnie, we know how much you wanted to be with us today, and you couldn't make it. And we're thinking about you, we're praying for you, and we're with you every step of the way. And just once again, thanks for everyone here today.
We're so proud of you, Lily. Володя шел к этому дню, к счастливому в нашей жизни, 16 лет.
Mom was saying that I've been on this journey to this happy day for 16 years now.
Старт на этой дороге ему дали Флип и Сьюзан.
And truly, the beginning of this road were Flip and Susan.
Почему-то им понравился этот русский мальчишка.
I don't know what they found in this Russian boy.
Они его полюбили как своего.
And they truly loved him like their own son.
И терпят и любят по сей день.
And still tolerate and love him the same way today.
Я скажу больше, они подарили ему замечательную семью, большую.
Moreover, they gave him a gift of a wonderful big family.
И очень хорошую. Я всех благодарю.
And Mama just want to say just tremendous thank you to everyone who's here
Я
today.
понимаю, живя далеко от сына, я понимаю, что он не одинок, что он рядом с такими замечательными людьми, и что у него здесь большая, хорошая семья. Спасибо всем.
And once again, Mama saying that now being here today and being apart so many miles, she's
Yes.
realizing that this is truly a blessing to have a family like this, that I'm not alone here. And she's very thankful.
Да. Спасибо за маленькую гражданку.
And we're thankful for our little
Гречиной
citizen.
Боба. Спасибо.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. She did it, Susan.